Summer, Italy. The year is 1911. I bought a ticket for the new luxurious Zanetti train. The carriages shone with polished wood and chandeliers cast a soft yellow light. People laughed. Women in hats talked about Rome. Children ran through the corridors, their laughter echoing loudly. Monks read prayers, gazing out the windows. Everything seemed ordinary, safe, joyful. The train began to move. The wheels beat a rhythmic sound, clack, 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 like a heart beating in the darkness. As evening fell, we approached the mountains. A tunnel yawned ahead, a black hole. The engineer gave a signal and a loud whistle pierced the air. And we entered the darkness. At first, nothing was strange. The windows turned black, the lamps flickered. People spoke in quieter tones. But then, the wheels began to sound different. Clack, 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 and then silence. Absolute silence. I felt my ears pop as if we had suddenly dropped into a vacuum. The children fell silent, the women stopped talking, the monks clutched their crosses. The darkness outside the windows was so thick that even the lamps were no longer a help. It was as if the light was afraid to shine outwards. And then, the screams began. Someone was running down the corridor, knocking on compartment doors. A woman was screaming that her husband had vanished. I opened the door, and sure enough, the seats were empty. I ran further. Every compartment was empty. People were simply disappearing. In the darkness, I could hear their voices, cries, prayers, weeping, but when I opened the doors, no one was there. Panic gripped me. I felt that the train was no longer moving. The carriages were still, but the sound of the wheels still echoed from somewhere far away, very far away. I gathered my strength, ran to the exit, opened the door, and jumped. I landed on the hard ground in front of the tunnel, tearing my clothes and scraping my hand. I stood up and turned around. The tracks were empty. Silence. Darkness. No train. I could only hear my own breathing. 100 people, families, children, monks, all of them gone. Forever. Many years have passed. They say that sometimes you can hear the rumble of wheels near that tunnel. They say you can see the flicker of lamps in the darkness. And I can still hear that sound. Clack, clack. Clack, clack. A ghost train traveling into nothingness.